What is up, everyone? How are you all doing? This is Yix here at Magna Crypto, back again with another video. In today's video, as per usual, it will be an end of week market breakdown, so stick around. It's going to be a very important breakdown. Cue the intro and let's get straight into it. So let's start this video off with Ethereum today, not Bitcoin, because Ethereum is the one that is taking charge in the last week or two, even last few weeks. You can see that with the ETH BTC chart as well. And what you can see with this is, of course, a bit of a retracement, but a massive amount of buy side pressure. So essentially, there's a lot of people, that were waiting to buy ETH up at these low prices to push it back up to this level. So it's looking like, the rally that it's been on may continue. So now, of course, if the buy side pressure remains, if it keeps pushing it, then it will rocket past this level 2900, hit 3K and then beyond. Now, again, what we can see here is a massive rally from late April at around 2200, pushing it all the way to 2800. So there hasn't been much indication of any sign of correction apart from this candle right here. So that does lead me to believe that there's going to be some kind of correction, whether it's above 3K or if the pressure subsides at this point. But it's definitely looking on track. Again, moving to the weekly, you're not seeing any sell side pressure here. There's not a lot of people taking profit at the moment. So again, that does lead me to believe that it's going to keep pushing it up until it starts to correct in this area above 3K, potentially closer to 3,500. So ETH is looking very, very hot right now and looking good to continue. Moving over to Bitcoin, Bitcoin is not looking as good as Ethereum. It's definitely Ethereum that's taken over. Now, we did see a nice rebound from around 50K, just below it. There was a good amount of pressure that was pushing it back up. It just it found some resistance at previous high of 57K, 57.2 to be exact, and it is also past this support level. So if it remains above this support level, then it's got a good chance of continuing on to go to 59.60K and then beyond. The bearish case for this would be if it starts to dip below this support level, then that would probably become resistance, and then it might push it all the way back down to 49.50K or even below, because that will be a failed attempt of trying to get past this resistance. So Bitcoin is looking a bit more uncertain than Ethereum. Quick look at ETH BTC. So ETH BTC is basically showing what I've just said, that Ethereum is taking over from Bitcoin. So this is essentially showing that people are selling Bitcoin to buy Ethereum. There is some major resistance up ahead at this level right here. Massive bounce of support here could now become resistance, and it was resistance in the past. So if it manages to get past this, then it may end up blowing up even more. As you can see, when it's been above this level, there's not much in the way. So then there would be a few areas of resistance, but essentially it'd be an open path to carry on that rally. So it's looking hot right now. Moving over to some altcoins, we're gonna have a look at Kusama. So Kusama showed a nice rebound from around $318, and on the weekly is not showing too much resistance between now and the previous high. So this could basically, it could have a clear path towards the previous high of around $515 or $510. Moving over to the daily, there is some resistance. There is a counter trend line in play, which it has just touched now. So it's at a make or break on the daily time frame. If it manages to close above this, then this is, as I said, it will lead to the previous high. Firstly, there is some resistance at 480, 485, and then it will open up the floor towards that $500 plus level. The bearish case, however, is of course a rejection from this trend line, and then it may push it down towards the support level of around $300. However, another bull case scenario would be, let's say it gets rejected and then it finds some support perhaps at this level, or perhaps at previous resistance over here, and that will then form a higher low, which is still a good thing, but then it will take a bit of time to build the next move. So Kusama is looking interesting, a make or break for sure. As you can see, a clear counter trend line in play. So the target for this, the first target is $480, depending on the next move in the next few days. So VET, we had a nice strong rejection from 25 cents. So I did mention in the previous breakdown of VeChain that it was definitely due for a correction, and we've had that correction now. Now, of course, it's not over yet, but I would say it's looking more bullish than bearish. Reason being is because of all this buy side pressure right here pushing it up. It is now at a midpoint between this high and that high. So if it managed to get past this, then of course it's going to open up the floor for an attack at that previous high of 26 cents. What could happen though is either it breaks the upside, test again, test that high again, or it could test that support level once again to form some kind of double bottom. Now, although this is a correction, you know, from all these gains, I think maybe there could be room for further correction is what I'm thinking. One candle might not be enough, but as I said, there's a lot of buy side pressure here. So let's move it over to daily if we can see some more clarity, and there is actually an ascending triangle in play. So if that is the case, then this could, once it closes above, again open up the floor towards this level of 25 cents. Firstly 22 and some change, and then towards 25 cents. However, as I said, because the rally was so long, this correction might not be over. So this could be like a false move right here, which could lead to a further move to the downside, down towards the support level of 12 to 13 cents. So be cautious with this crypto, I would say. So RSR is looking slightly bearish to me, to be honest. The reason being is because of this massive wick right here, pushing it all the way back down. Now we have had some good support here at around 6 to 7 cents. However, now it's tested that previous resistance and got rejected. So unless it breaks past that level soon, it may end up pushing it back down to test that previous support level once again, or even further down towards the lower 6 level and 5 cents and some change. So this massive wick is a bit worrying. So the next move, as long as it stays above, I would say this level over here, which could act as support, this could be what it needs to push it to the upside. But I would say I'm probably leaning more to the bearish side than the bullish side with RSR. Let's have a look if we can see some more clarity on the daily. It's looking a bit messy to me, as you can see from the weekly. A failed attempt at the resistance level or breakthrough, and now it's just kind of just below the main level of resistance. So it needs to break above this and then make it support. Otherwise, it may run out of juice and then just kind of keep falling to the downside. So yeah, I would say it's looking more bearish to me than bullish. So this is looking pretty good. As you can see, massive buy side pressure, a lot of demand here, pushing it back up, leading to this reversal. It's looking on course to head towards that previous high of 70 cents. What would be nice to see is some higher lows right here to build another move and then to break to the upside. But so far, there's only a little bit of selling going on. So the momentum's still on the bullish side. It's just at some resistance right now, previous support becoming resistance. So it may get rejected, head back down. But what I want to see is some high lows being formed and then to attack it once again. But this massive wick right here is a bullish indication in my eyes. So it's looking like it wants to keep going up towards 71 cents and then beyond. I would probably say the next major level is going to be that $1 level. Now you could say it's a bit of a stretch from here, but this is a smaller cap coin, so it can reach this much quicker, which is about 60% increase. But the key thing is, of course, to stay above this support level of 45 cents. If it gets rejected, it needs to stay above this and form a higher low. If it tests it again, that may be a little bit worrying. So bullseye in control, I would say. Next, let's have a look at SUSHI swap. So SUSHI, nice rebound from this low level of $10. It's now finding a bit of resistance at previous support level of $15. Only a little bit of rejection, not too much. What I want to see, of course, is a break above that, and if it does, then that would open up the floor towards $20. Of course, the bearish case would be a rejection, and for it to push it back down. But I would say this correction, which has lasted almost 2 months, is a good thing. This is what's needed. Of course, if you look at this massive rally, it's only right that it breathes, corrects, and now it's going to start rebuilding. That's why I'm liking the look of this correction, a long healthy retracement, and now it's going to open up the floor to carry on going to the upside. But of course, we've got to look at the technical, so we need to see a break above this level for us to become bullish once again. If it does continue up going higher, then the next major rally could take it very far, because of course it's one of the main decentralized exchanges. So we want to be extra cautious of that $15 level. It needs to break above that, then the bulls have full control. So keep your eyes out on that one. Next, we'll have a look at Injective Protocol. It's absolutely smashed it. As mentioned in the previous breakdown, it was looking very volatile in this area. You know, whether it's going to go up or down, I wasn't too sure, but it has rocketed to the upside. With, of course, the Coinbase announcement, it's done very well. I would say even it's not 100% done just yet. So two lovely candles, a lot of selling going on, but there's potential. If it goes back above 20, then it could carry on going to the upside. But if it stays below 20, then it could push it back down towards resistance, and which would then become support, this level of $15. So that's what I'm looking at. Whether it goes above 20 towards 25, it could happen, but I think it is going to go back down to $15 to retest it, and then to build up back to the upside. So that's what I'm looking at with Injective Protocol. Polkadot is looking very interesting. Now, it's been fairly volatile, and you can see there's definitely a downtrend going on here. These support levels making lower lows, 3 successive lower lows, which obviously is not good. But at the same time, these two highs that is forming, when you add that together, it could be forming a broadening wedge pattern, as you can see here, to diverging trend lines. So where it's heading now is probably that midpoint of $39 to $40. So if you can get above this, then that's going to open up the floor 100% towards 45, and then towards 47, and potentially beyond. I think, again, similar to SUSHI swap, this is a good thing. It's been going up and up and up, so it needs to retrace, breathe, bring in some new buys for it to carry on going up. So I think this is very good. It needs to break past this previous high, that midpoint of this move, and then it's going to open up the floor. If it rejects, of course, that's not going to be good. It may end up going all the way back down below $30 if it continues this trend line of lower lows. So regardless, either it breaks above this, or at least it starts to form higher lows. Otherwise, this is going to be a long day for Polkadot. A quick look at the Bitcoin pairing, though. It's looking, I would say, good on Bitcoin pairing. It's looking like an upwards channel So you can see these two higher lows and also these two highs or higher highs which are forming. So if this continues, then it could be another nice rally to the upside, which would also probably lead to a positive rally on the USD pairing. So Polkadot is looking nice, healthy retracement, long term, mid term. I'm very bullish on Polkadot, so it's looking very, very good. Quick look at Akash Network, one of our altcoin picks, which has done very, very well. Shout out to Dan for the pick a long time ago. This has been correcting for some time. I did take some profit at the top here because it had done very, very well. So it was definitely time to take some profit. I took about 10, maybe 15%. From this, even though this is not a proper trading view chart, you can see that it hasn't bottomed yet since this massive corrective move. There is a lot of support at around $5.15, $5.20. So basically around the $5 level. Essentially, it's looking like it's going to find some kind of base there. If it doesn't, that's going to be quite worrying, that it may end up going further down. The next major support level is around $3.30. So you got to be careful with that. I think definitely there's going to be some support. At least it's going to push it up for a nice move at the very least, if not break to the downside. But we've got to see how it reacts at that support level for us to start looking at the next move. But essentially it's finding its support level. You can see it's just been going down, 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 and this is the only level of support that it's had in the past. We could potentially even see this acting as support, and then this $5.45 being resistance. Maybe there could be some consolidation, and then the next move being formed. So far, it's just looking red. It's just looking for support. So that's Akash Network. Can't really say too much else about it except it's looking for support. There hasn't been any sign of a reversal just yet. So who knows how far it could go. So that'll be all for this video. Hopefully you got some value from that, and see you in the next one. Peace.